All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So today we're going to cover all the things I've been doing training-wise the last couple months. If you're new here, I like to powerlift. I dabble a bit. Let's go! And I really haven't done a training vlog or anything for a hot minute. So we're just gonna do that today and kind of catch up with everything going on training wise, training frequency, all that good stuff. The last 2 months after nationals, I can't remember, 2-3 months after Nats, where obviously I didn't go to Worlds this year. I want to take some time off. So what my training looked like then and kind of like where I'm going now, because it's week 1 of a new block. All right, lock in, and we're back to kind of like my normal training frequency that I would typically run, for forever. So we'll jump into that today. Hopefully I don't look like Draco Malfoy. I try to do like a slick back. I don't know if I like it. So basically the last 2 months I've been doing a bunch of straight sets. I would do typically like just straight sets for squats and deadlifts. That's why I was posting just literally 4x5s on my primary deadlift. I've been doing contrast pause on that day. Historically, I would do a paused deadlift set, a fatigue single, and then back offs for like a lot of my primary deadlifts over like the years. I always use paused deadlifts, or Steve does. Steve's in charge, but he always does paused deadlifts as my top set, as kind of like a technique constraint. And then we do, the single afterwards. But coming off of nationals, I was pretty burnt out, so I didn't want to do a lot of singles or have a lot of high intensity in that regard to where we're placing like an importance on a number. So we just did straight sets, and let me tell you, I am ready for anything but straight sets now. Like 2 months of straight sets, that's so hard. To all the lifters out there who are doing straight sets like 4x5s, 5x5s, 6x5s, like my thoughts and prayers are with you. And then for deadlifts, it was the 8x1 on my secondary day of cluster singles, like super chill, super light. And then what was it? 4x4 and then a 4x5, block 1 to block 2 for my contrast pause deadlifts. And then contrast pause, competition style deadlifts are like you pause the first rep. So that's the technique constraint. And then the remaining reps for that set are regular. So that was something that I haven't done. That was something new as well that I enjoyed. So that was my squat and deadlift programming and bench. So I was doing like incline on like my primary, I think this last block. And then I was doing a lot of touch and go. And I think that was it. I only benched, I think it was 4 times a week I was benching instead of 5 times. So now that that's kind of like ran its course, I was like assessing how I feel at the end of this last training block. And honestly, I feel pretty good. It was so nice to take those couple months off of like not pushing for a number, not really caring about like what's on the bar, just going to the gym, lifting, going in, going out. I was able to travel a lot more and not worry about lifts at the gym because I was like coaching for an entire week in Texas and then traveling, I think pretty much every other weekend outside of that too. So like most of my Saturdays were either at like 7 a.m, super early before I'd head out, or at Planet Fitness. And I love Planet Fitness. If you're trying to do competition style deadlifts at RP9, it's not great. But if you're doing an incline bench on your primary day, it's awesome. So like that was super nice, I will say, this last block. So that's been cool. I feel a lot better mentally with my training, and obviously being able to eat food again has been really nice and just enjoyed life a little bit. So now I'm moving back into my new block. I started this on Monday, which is less of the straight sets, more of the like rep set, single, descending set structure. So that's primarily looking at squats and deadlifts. And then for bench, I have a like regular comp single again and more comp sets, which is the 1 count pause on the chest versus like all the touch and go bench I was doing the last couple months. And my bench frequency is now back up to 5 times a week, which is what I would typically bench at pretty much year round. So now I have like an SBD day on Fridays again, and Mondays, are pretty heavy with heavy. I say heavy. It's been really chill squats. So like that's the goal, is just like get kind of reacclimated and see where my strength is going to trend up at. I think this is like a pretty chill block though. I think it's just going to be like 5 weeks, like pretty submaximal RPE to like get adjusted to this like microcycle again. You can't just go RP9 after like not having a single for a while. I don't have a meet tomorrow, so we're just kind of easing back into the swing of things. And then I'm trying some new accessory stuff. I got pull-ups again. Got weighted dips, doing some of these. It's just gonna be a fun kind of like training week. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a quick update for you guys. The training's going pretty well. I feel 100% healthy, knock on wood. But I'm enjoying the process, and we're hopping back into, like I said, the golden microcycle. So if you want to see like probably like more like daily updates or like weekly updates, follow my Instagram. I always have it linked in the comment box. And then yeah, I'll probably just start doing like more training vlogs again now that my training's more interesting. Because I was thinking about like doing some more YouTube stuff these last couple months, but I was like, does anyone want to watch a 4x5 on deadlifts? Like I don't. So maybe I'll go ahead and start doing more of those once I get into like the fun kind of top singles, or, you know, the exciting part of powerlifting, which is just like one repetition. So yeah, that's that. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.